Éluard doesn't even bother to study his nails. "A little kiss," he whispers, and makes a grab at my wrist, which slips through his grasp. The other boys step closer. Their faces look as though they've been melted down and clumsily pressed back together, as though someone had tried to mould them into what is presentable. As I step back to get away from them, the curve of a tree trunk bumps my spine. The nearest house is a mile away. Éluard smiles, as though it doesn't matter that his first attempt has failed. He knows he has us cornered, and it will only please him more that there are two of us, one to be played with and one to watch the show. He stands, rocking back and forth on his heels, hands in pockets in an exaggerated display of nonchalance. As he tilts back and forth, rock, rock, I think about pushing him over and running. In my mind's eye, I see myself streak up the hill, making a furrow in the corn, my mother opening the door to safety. I imagine Camille, left behind as the boys close in. Éluard lays his palm under his mouth, puckers his lips and releases them. The sound hisses to us, an arrow finding its mark. "What if I don't want to?" I say, feeling Camille start to climb the tree behind us. Éluard shrugs, and the boys move a step closer in, laughing at her attempts to get away. Camille's boot scrapes a peeling off the bark by my ear. Éluard merely stands watching her, and when I can hear she is out of reach, I steal a glance up. She sits atop the tree, a strange bird, black skirt buffeted by a wind that has come from nowhere. Éluard snatches at me again, and this time his grip is firm, so I bite till I feel my teeth scrape bone, and he yells, and I jump for the lowest branch and pull myself up. The lower branches snap as they try to swarm up the tree after me. Not one of them is light enough, and each tumbles to the ground. "Help me up," I say, and Camille looks blankly at me. Then her hand wraps around mine, and we sit together on the highest branch. Éluard prowls at the foot of the shelter, crying over the pointed wounds on his wrist. "We can wait," he says, and he points to the lowering sun, mouth still wrapped round his wrist. One by one they all sit down cross-legged around the tree, and all faces turn to his as he produces a stick and starts to whittle it, whistling. The sculpture is half finished, a totem like a mandrake root, pinhead perched on voluminous breasts. Éluard flicks shavings off the wood swiftly and indiscriminately. Camille stares at the knife. "I promise nothing will happen to you," I say to her quietly. "Someone will come." She shakes her head. The story is an old one, and it goes like this. In the Middle Ages, our local city was under siege from the Saracens, and the people had all but starved to death. So the aldermen fattened up their one remaining animal and sent it out as a gift to the invading forces. Deducing from this gesture that the inhabitants of the city were healthy and well stocked with food, the Saracens gave up the fight, and as they retreated, the bells of the city rang out in gratitude. Carcass Sona. But perched atop the sapling, ridiculous and terrified, Camille and I have nothing to offer the boys but ourselves. After a while, the light changes, speeds up. The wind whips up clouds and a gentle rain begins to patter down. The boys grumble and kick stones, but they don't dare to disobey their ringleader, and Camille hunches trembling into my shoulders as the rain finds a way down the back of our necks. Éluard is standing now, kicking the base of the tree savagely, his boot slipping on the wet bark. "When I get down," I whisper, "run for the house. It's me they want." As I say this, Camille studies me oddly, as though offended. How can you be so sure? But in the short silence that follows, she nods. "I'm coming down," I shout, starting to lower myself down the central branch. Away across the valley, the thin wail of the evening bells begins, calling